Earth's orbit is busier than ever before. Thousands of satellites, space stations, and countless pieces of debris are hurtling around our planet at speeds faster than a bullet. But what happens when this traffic turns chaotic? This is the story of Kessler Syndrome, a potential space disaster scenario that might already be unfolding. Since the dawn of the space age in 1957, we've launched more than 6,500 satellites into orbit. But along with these technological marvels came something more sinister: space junk. Collisions, explosions, and even weapons tests have left a trail of debris, creating a massive traffic problem above our heads. Every year, the International Space Station makes multiple maneuvers to dodge debris, sometimes coming within mere kilometers of disaster. And while astronauts may be the most visible at risk, this congestion threatens all of us, jeopardizing GPS, communications, and even weather forecasting. Kessler Syndrome, named after NASA scientist Donald Kessler, describes a hypothetical chain reaction. Debris collides with satellites, creating even more fragments. These fragments then smash into other objects, escalating until Earth's orbit is so clogged that space exploration and satellite use become nearly impossible. While Hollywood has imagined this playing out in minutes, real-life experts suggest it would take decades. Yet the impact would be just as devastating. Experts disagree on whether Kessler Syndrome has already begun. Since 2009, collisions like the one between a Russian military satellite and an active US communications satellite have added thousands of pieces of debris to orbit. Today, more than 47,000 objects are being tracked in space, double the number from just a decade ago. And many smaller, untrackable pieces are hurtling through orbit at speeds that could puncture metal. Low Earth orbit is particularly at risk. Massive satellite constellations like SpaceX's Starlink are adding thousands of new satellites to this already crowded region. At lower altitudes, some debris can naturally burn up in the atmosphere within decades, but higher orbits, it could take centuries or even millennia to clear up. Efforts are underway to clean up space. Experimental technologies like drag sails aim to pull defunct satellites out of orbit faster. However, these solutions are expensive and untested on a large scale. Regulation is another hurdle. While global discussions are happening, enforcement remains a challenge. Without clear rules, bad actors could continue adding to the chaos. The stakes couldn't be higher. Our daily lives depend on satellite technologies. Without them, transportation, communication, and disaster response could all face massive disruptions. Think of it like plastic in the ocean. Once the problem spirals out of control, the consequences are felt everywhere. Space may seem infinite, but the orbits we rely on are not. Tackling the debris problem now is essential for the astronauts of today and the generations of explorers and innovators to come. Learn more and join the conversation about protecting our orbit at insert URL or social media handle.